Right, full time at what we call the Etihad, Man City 2, Nottingham Forest 2. Welcome to the Rokani Media Football. And it's a big game of football that really happened in there for you. And indeed, what was running in my mind went ahead to happen because Nottingham really went ahead to make life hard for Man City. Man City created an ocean of chances, but they couldn't obviously find that ball at the back of the net. Smash like button, comment and share. If you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. This video is powered by St. Maria Goret SS Katende or and A level in there for your admissions are really in there. So please do the needful and obviously find yourself in a situation, obviously calling them on the number you are seeing there displayed onto that artwork, +256 702 478 536, or that email or the website, and the rest will be history. And your child will obviously test what the new school is all about, and it's built onto what we call a Catholic foundation. So please get your child outside and you won't really regret. Let's get into the game of football. Man City obviously doing the needful and obviously putting in a very huge shift as they obviously tried to do the needful, but things never went their way. In the 31st minute, Anton Semenyo, a man who saved their day away at the Errand Road over the weekend, came up and obviously gave them the lead. And after giving them the lead, they ended the first half when they were leading by 1-0. Second half, 11 minutes in, Morgan Gibbs-White, what a goal. That back heel goal was really out of this world. And I really now understand why Man City really wants to sign this guy. You know, he might not be looking flamboyant, but I tell you, there are things that you'll need from him in games like this, because a game like this, Man City needed a player with the craft of Morgan Gibbs-White. You get someone who can obviously use the energy and obviously improvise, you know. But you looked at City, they couldn't obviously find anyone to improvise for them. So after Morgan Gibbs-White gave them the lead, 6 minutes later, Rodri went again to give Man City the lead in what looked like to be a goal that would have gone ahead to win them the game. But 14 minutes later, Elliot Anderson, a player who is onto the scouting list or the transfer list of Man City in the summer, went ahead to obviously level that game of football, and it ended 0-0. But the game ended on a Navi way, and City almost went ahead to obviously get the goal, but it was cleared off the line by Murillo in there for you. So they cleared off that ball off the line, and City went ahead to drop points in there for you. Now, there is one thing that I've always gone ahead to be telling people, that have always gone ahead to say that City can stop Arsenal from winning the trophy. My words have always been these. If this was the city of, hear me out, if this was the city of one, the KDBs, Ukagundogans, Julian Alvarez, because in that game of football, adding Julian Alvarez to the team would have gone ahead, or to the starting 11, or to the team that was really playing, would have gone ahead obviously cause more havoc to the side of Nottingham. You get, he could strike outside of the 18 box area. You know, he could really make those runs that could obviously create space for Erling Haaland in there for you, and he could really pull out a moment of magic in there for you with those benders in there for you. So, and he was a clinical finisher, making those good runs in and out of those 2 goal posts in there. Now, Riyad Mahrez, you know, all those players could produce magic. You can, the Garbages of this world, the Raheem Sterlings of this world, you get, there is chemistry that had gone ahead to be formed amongst those players that City could obviously pull out a moment of magic. You remember when on the last day when they were competing with Man City, right? When Liverpool, it was Liverpool, right? And Aston Villa came up and obviously took a lead of 2 goals ahead of them. You know, Ika Gundogan came up and obviously scored a brace, and I think Rodri went ahead to obviously score the winner. I think that was the year they went ahead to obviously win a treble, if I'm not mistaken. So that's when City went ahead to come up and obviously win the treble. So I want to let you know that Man City lacks that quality. That is it. Man City lacks that quality. They no longer have that quality. I tell you. They no longer have that quality anymore. So that's why you see to it that this season, City are trying to build a force that can obviously come and really compete for the trophy come next season. You understand? So I think that's what City is really building in there for you. So I don't want to hear people say that a City is bad. They are good, but I think they are best prepared for next season than this season. That is City for you. And I think Pep felt like he would come up and obviously win these games. And I told you, it's really going to be hard. When you look at how City featured in that game or in that outing of Leeds, you had to worry when they're playing against a team like Nottingham, who are really having workaholic players, players who run, for the entire 90 minutes, park the bus, meaning that they are making it hard for you to score against them. And what else they do is to obviously put out a very huge push when they hit you on the break. You get with players who are really very, very fast and are very, very physical in there for you. So that's how City went ahead to suffer this game of football. But they looked really good, but it never really looked like that. And I told some people that City will lose. When Arsenal was losing points, people thought that City couldn't obviously go ahead to lose. One of my barbers told me that I told him City is having different players. Do you know what he told me? Different players, same conductor. You get? And I told him, what happened last season? It was the same. Different players, same conductor. Not so? So, this guy, who I'm really talking about, I think has really gone ahead to obviously now get my words and really get them in very, very well. I think he's now following them to the fullest because I really told him that it's really going to be hard. And the next time I go to the salon to obviously retrieve my hair, I remind him that you told me same who? You told me same who? Same conductor, different players. And I'll be like, is your principle still applicable? That would be my question. But City brought all the guns on, but I tell you what, they couldn't obviously get that win in there for you. So, and I would like to obviously tell people that let everyone stay in his lane. For everyone who said that Arsenal is obviously going to be losing the trophy, stay in your lane. For those that still stick on what we said at the beginning of the season, that it's going to be Arsenal, we are also sticking to our lane. Let's see by the end of the season how things really happen out in here. City, 19 shots. Nottingham had 10. 6 shots on target by Man City. 5 shots on target by Nottingham. 69% ball possession by Man City. 31% ball possession by Nottingham. 728 passes, oh my God, made by City. And Nottingham had 299 in there for you. 93% passing accuracy by City. Nottingham had 83% passing accuracy. 10 fouls by Man City. 6 fouls by the side of Nottingham. 0 yellow cards to Man City and 4 yellow cards to Nottingham. 0 red cards to either sides. 1 offside to Man City and 3 offsides to Nottingham Forest. 6 corners to Man City and 1 corner to the side of Nottingham Forest in there for you. Now, games of football are going to be played, and now we know how the table is really looking like. You get? We know how the table is really looking like. You understand? Where is the table? Oh my, they've gone ahead to change all this shit. But the table, Arsenal, all I know is that Arsenal does have 67 points. They've gone ahead to win today. Man City, 60 points with a game in hand. When they win that game in hand, they go 4 points behind Arsenal in there for you. That means that even if they beat Arsenal at Etihad, they are nowhere near the trophy. Manchester United, they are third. 29 games, 51 points after losing to Newcastle today. Aston Villa, 29 games, 51 points in there for you. And that's how things are really looking like in here for you. Man United is playing Aston Villa next at Old Trafford. That is over the weekend. Chelsea has beaten Aston Villa 4-1. Fulham have been beaten by West Ham 1-0. Wolves beat Liverpool yesterday by 2-1. City 2-2. Arsenal 1-0. United 1. Newcastle 2 in there for you. So that's how things really panned out. And I'm going to be coming up with the match reaction for the game of Arsenal. I sign out for now. See you later. But your reactions are welcome in the comment section below.